The Dales have been rocked by countless tragedies, but nothing could prepare us for the raw, unfiltered anguish of Cain Dingle, as he faced a devastating hospital crisis that has left viewers shattered and fearing for the iconic Hardman's very soul. It's a name that resonates with a decade of grit, a man who has become the unshakable oak of Emmerdale. Cain Dingle. We've seen him battered, bruised, and pushed to the very brink, but never have we seen him so utterly broken as he has been these past few days. The sterile, unforgiving walls of a hospital have become the backdrop for a tragedy that has struck the Dingle family to its very core. And at the center of it all is a tormented Cain, grappling with a grief so profound it threatens to swallow him whole. For weeks, a shadow has loomed over Cain. The shocking and brutal murder of his son, Nate, has been a wound that has refused to heal. We've watched as he's bottled up his sorrow, the muscle in his jaw the only outward sign of the storm raging within. But it was his granddaughter Sarah Sugden's own health emergency that finally shattered his carefully constructed armor, leading to a hospital-side confession that has left the Emmerdale faithful reeling. Sarah, herself a warrior who has battled so much in her young life, was rushed to the hospital for an emergency hysterectomy. The news was a cruel blow, a theft of a future she so desperately wanted, and as she lay in her hospital bed, grappling with the life-altering reality of never being able to carry her own child, it was her granddad Cain who sat by her side, his own world crumbling. What unfolded between them was a scene of such heart-wrenching intimacy that it will undoubtedly be etched in Emmerdale history. Gone was the gruff, emotionally distant Cain we've known. In his place was a man stripped bare, his voice cracking as he whispered the words that laid bare the depth of his despair. "I've already lost Nate, if anything happened to you." The collective gasp of viewers could be heard across the nation. This wasn't just about Sarah's health, this was about the crushing weight of Cain's guilt over Nate. He sees his failure to save his son as an unforgivable sin, and the thought of losing another precious family member is a torment he cannot bear. In a desperate, almost primal need to atone, Cain latched onto a seemingly impossible solution for Sarah's heartbreak: surrogacy. The suggestion, born from a place of love and desperation, has only served to deepen the emotional quagmire. His frantic attempts to find a surrogate, including a heartbreakingly naive brush with an online scam, have been a painful illustration of a man on the edge, a man so consumed by his own demons that his judgment is clouded. The emotional fallout has been immense. His ever-patient wife, Maura, watches on with a growing sense of dread, recognizing the telltale signs of a man spiraling. She sees that his obsessive focus on fixing Sarah's future is a desperate attempt to avoid confronting his own shattered present. The tension between them is palpable, a silent scream in the ever-present hum of the hospital machinery. Adding to the maelstrom of emotion was the unexpected return of Nate's mother, Kara. Her arrival at Nate's memorial, only to find Cain seemingly sharing a moment of levity, was a gut punch of epic proportions. Her raw, unfiltered fury at what she perceived as a lack of grief was a mirror to Cain's own internal turmoil, forcing him to confront the complexities of his sorrow in the most public and painful of ways. What is so utterly compelling and, frankly, terrifying for fans is the slow, agonizing burn of this storyline. This isn't a dramatic car crash or a sudden illness for Cain. This is a far more insidious and relatable horror: the implosion of a strong man's mental health. Viewers have astutely pointed out Cain's lingering glances at a grief support poster in the hospital, a subtle yet powerful clue that the show's writers are delving deep into the often unspoken struggles of men's mental well-being. Concern from fans has been overwhelming. Social media has been flooded with messages of support for the character and praise for Jeff Cordley's masterful and nuanced performance. "My heart breaks for Cain," one viewer wrote. "He's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders." Another tweeted, "This is more than just a soap storyline. This is a powerful depiction of grief and the toll it takes." And so we are left to watch and wait, our hearts in our throats. The hospital, usually a place of healing, has become a pressure cooker for the Dingle family's deepest fears and unresolved traumas. Cain Dingle, the man we thought was unbreakable, is standing on a precipice. The question that hangs heavy in the air is not whether he will get Sarah the future she dreams of, but whether he can save himself from the darkness that threatens to consume him. The shocking news from Emmerdale isn't a physical ailment. It's the slow, agonizing crumble of a titan, and it is a spectacle that is as terrifying as it is utterly captivating.